So like as a doctor, okay, your post, your tweet, if I remember it, was that you're seeing these youngsters come in who are like inhaling, just inhumane quantities of nicotine
Yeah.
every day. This was something you saw anecdotally as a practicing doctor.
Yeah. It was like, it broke my brain a little bit, to be honest with you. Cigarettes are bad. Kids don't smoke. Now people are talking about like Zins, ultimately, like, is nicotine at certain quantities like bad for you? Like, yeah, probably jury's still out, but like, it's probably not that bad. Maybe it's like good for short-term stimulant, right?
Raise like blood pressure.
Yeah. There are things that are probably bad and we'll learn them later. Maybe they're good. Who knows? But it's like at a certain quantity. So like a pack of cigarettes, we'll say it's like 20 cigarettes in a pack, 1 to 2 milligrams of nicotine per cigarette. So we're sort of at like, depending on the brand, 20 to 40 milligrams of nicotine in a pack of cigarettes. Now, what I've observed kind of it's really even hard for me to like mentally process is like a lot of young kids are like going through these like nuclear grade vapes like made in China, like the disposable ones.
Those big cartridges big hand size.
Yeah, Geek bars, Elf bars, like they have these like really bright colors, and they got like Tamagotchis on them or whatever. Like it has like more compute than like the Apollo. Like it's these things are like insane. It's like, is there like an H100 in this? Like, and they're going through them 2-3 a week. And every single one of them is like 1,000 milligrams of nicotine. It's like smoking 20 packs a day.
Yeah.
Our concept of, what is safe is out the window. Like, is coffee bad for you? Like, no, it has some mild effects. But if someone's drinking 20 cups a day,
bathtub.
Yeah, you're like, you need to relax, big dog.
And they told you they're doing 2 or 3 a week, or you're seeing they're like in the hospital room, like
I've observed like patients they get like very antsy, like nicotine withdrawal. It's like, it's not a pretty thing. It's not like you don't have a seizure, but like people are irritable and like they're pacing around, and like we give them nicotine patch. So if you can't smoke in the hospital, for a lot of good reasons. But we try to help the people who do smoke. Like, if you smoke cigarettes and you're there for like a blood infection, we're not there to deal with the cigarette smoking today. We're there to deal with the blood infection. So you smoke cigarettes, smoke a pack a day, we give you a patch. It's roughly equivalent to the same amount. How do you get to
doc? You don't have enough patches.
I was like,
get me where I need to be.
And it's like they just like they want to go. Like they have in this particular case, it was like a patient who he had a fairly serious medical problem to address. He was like, I just need to go like vape. And like, how do you sit there and go like, no, you do not. You do not. But also like, I guess I could give you nicotine gum, give you patches, I can give you lozenges, I can give you a lot of things, but like, this is going to add up to like 1/10 of your usual intake.
That was the part of your post. The end part, if I'm quoting it right from memory, was something like, I don't even know how you begin to quit.
I don't. I really don't. I really don't. It's like, I have no idea. It's like if someone's drinking like 2 liters of vodka a day, like you're going to go, well, it's going to be really terrible for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
You need to lock in for that. It's not going to be good. And I'll just sort of, I worked at Caltech. Henry Lester was, he's a Caltech professor in the bio department there. He's been at Caltech for a long time, and he made his career doing like nicotine, understanding like what are the effects of nicotine in a cell stress. How does it work? He's a neuroscientist, and he's been doing this for a long, 40, 50 years. And I remember like last summer, I was having lunch with Henry, and he said something to me like, I was like, I don't agree. He was like, I think vaping is bad in a worse, like, I think vaping could be worse than cigarettes. And I was like, I don't know. I think cancer, like lung cancer is pretty bad. Turns out smoking cigarettes causes other types of cancers, pancreatic cancer, esophageal cancer, mouth cancer. It causes a lot of types of cancer at decently high rates if you do it enough, as people were for a long time. I don't agree. He might be right. He might be right.
Right, because you're saying when you smoke a cigarette, you have all these carcinogens doing all kinds of stuff. The idea with vaping was that maybe it's cleaner, and but you're talking about this just like quantity. Maybe there's just this addiction, this
Yeah,
all consuming.
it's like it's tough because like I can't point to a thing and be like, I think this is why it's bad. I could say I don't think that degree of like vasoconstriction is like long term good for your arteries.
Yeah.
Like, my guess is it's not good, but I don't know. I don't have empiric evidence to point to.
But yeah,
But like I could, I could probably tell you if you did this for 10 years,
yeah.
you're gonna not have your bad things are gonna probably happen to you.
You know, they cracked down on Juul, and
Yeah.
Juul was like not one of those big reservoir things, and it was like I think it was still a lot easier to just puff on your Juul all day than a cigarette, but it was like it was kind of measured, and like it actually felt like a company. I'm slightly talking out of my ass because I don't know, but it felt like a company that was under all this pressure to do this well.
Yeah.
So like hopefully, the stuff you're talking about, you're just like buying it at some head shop, and who knows who makes this thing and what's in it.
And the difference, like Juul had problems. Like they were trying to do the flavor. They recognized the flavors were things that kids were into. And so it sort of defeated the purpose of the off ramp from cigarettes into vaping, and now became like the on ramp to cigarettes became like using a mango Juul pod in like your high school bathroom.
For sure.
And so, that was bad. But the amount of nicotine in those devices was ultimately like a little bit more comparative to what you could buy in a pack of cigarettes. So like,
I just think there's some irony that we cracked down so hard on them, but like you were still able to sell all the others. We're like, we'll take the one company that make an example out of them because they did the flavored pods. But they were bought by Philip Morris, I think. Like they were under pressure to kind of do it right. Philip Morris isn't going to sit there and just take on like even more litigation and things like that. And then now, I think you can buy it in California again, but it's banned for a while, and you could still buy the other.
And they don't have flavor. Like that's the thing. Like the resolution to that was like, okay, you still buy Juuls, but you can't buy flavors. And they might sell like tobacco flavor, but it's like nothing flavor or mint or whatever. It's like nothing really. Like kids don't love tobacco flavor, but they love cool raspberry crush creme brulee. They love that stuff. And we're also learning like a lot of these vapes unregulated. We have no idea how they're made, and they have like heavy metals in them. Like I just read a paper or a study a few months ago where they showed like all these heavy metals in these vapes. And it's like, I don't think like, I think there will be some reckoning there. So
get working on those gene therapies, buddy.